Well, the theosophical story is of evolution. It's indeed an evolution story. You'll notice when you think of the chakras that there's something missing. And it's missing because it's the theosophical story is a secular take on the ancient wisdom. It misses an entire stage out. The act of God, the creative chakra, because of course God is restated as the Logos. I mean, I don't want to be restated as the Word. I'm a living soul. How much more God? He is not the Logos, simply the Word. And he is a person. So, between the physical and the astral, there should have been the creative, the act of God that goes from the purity of space to the magnificence of the stars. You need an act of God. Creativity, him that brings life. I mean, a couple can make love, but they cannot make life. That's the great privilege that God has. We too, someday, but not as children. As children, we do not have this capacity. So how do children give birth to children? Act of God. He takes what the child sees as the nothing of space and makes new life. So the 7 is not 7 stages, it's 8. And that then makes sense of why the mental is the midweek. Is divided into 2. Somewhere between the mental, which is the analytical, and the causal, which is this capacity to initiate the unique. These 2 witnesses, the mental and the causal, are found in the street in the midst of the week of creation. It is not the Buddhic stage that is the transition. It's the, if you like, cell division in the middle of the week. Divides the week in 2. They witness in the street the miracle of God into life, from child to adult. Child in the sense of just a reasoning, rational man. Adult in having received from God the ability to create, which is, of course, his sovereign privilege of maturity. Quite simply, man copies as a child, but as an adult has the power to create the unique. It's here that the miracle transformation of conversion takes place. And it's by God. And it's heralded in the street. He's given the power to create. He becomes causal. He starts on this adolescent stage of his life cycle towards maturity. The transformation is a fantastic freedom. It's the conversion. Hebrew take is it's his bar mitzvah. Comes to be the source of love, creativity, the teenager becoming the adult. It will become deeper as of authority. He will experience the rush of joy, of newness, of transformed life, what we call conversion. He will be transformed into nobleness and beauty, shine with the magnetism that draws all life unto him. More than a conqueror, that's what I am. I'm a new creation. I'm a brand new man. It's not gender specific. You're a brand new person as a teenager. Independent. Of your childish beginnings. You made a double call on the Buddhic supposition. There is no Buddhic phase. It is the mental phase which you realize was divided. You said it yourself. And the crown is your inheritance, your glory in the land of the living, so to speak, that sets you apart. If you like, at school, you're already becoming a prefect. You're given authority and power. And you grow in beauty and in grace. You've received love. You become become now the author of love. This is your nirvanic training. There are indeed still 7 levels, so to speak. But the uniqueness of what we have thought of as the Buddhic state is this switch from pure mental analysis and copy to instead intuition and creativity. But creativity is the first sign of personhood, love that God gives in the change from the first level of creation, the purity of space, to the second, the stars of heaven, from nothing to the most magnificent glory of light. And it happens here to us at this conversion stage, in the middle of his creation process of our adult maturity. So it is that we receive a crown of glory. At our new birth, being born again. We are filled with hope and with joy that the teenager, the adolescent has. You'll notice in some cultures that midweek the shops close. They used to when I was a child. And it's a half day. You have the afternoon off, just as if it were a Sabbath on a Saturday. Your city centre becomes quiet. We take the break, as it were, after this day of mental causal split, so to speak. This not third but fourth day of the week, because there is a creation day. The perfection of which is the appearance of the stars of the third day of the week. Well, what we call Thursday. That'll have developed and is spread to others. All life, in fact, that's around one. On the next day, the Friday, the 6th day, the love is very much shifted to God. It's a day when there was less killing or none. Catholics celebrate it by having fish instead of meat. There's no meat eaten on a Friday. Yes, it is a purification time of preparation. Our love is focused now on God. And so, the 7th day, is a Sabbath. We commune with God, not a wave lost in the ocean, but as wonderful, individually special adults in the kingdom of heaven. We are at table with God. I have called you friends, for all things that I am given of the Father I have given unto you. And you have received these words, this bread and the wine of life. This is the commission, the baptism. That the Holy Spirit was sent to perform, to achieve. Our life is sanctified by the love, the grace of God. We have life abundant.